in the country list them.
Okay. Thank you. Wait.
Be blank.
There are no sexy men in Namibia. What do you want to say?
Mo unu now.
Lend an ear and join us every morning, all the time.
I listen all day, every day. I don't know, I'm just addicted to it.
Informanté Radio. Did you know?
Oh, God made Keetmans Hoop. God looked at Keetmans Hoop and decided, ek sal Keetmans Hoop maak van agteraf. Keetmans het
You must take that back.
Withdraw.
Withdraw that statement. No, I don't want any of that.
Please follow us on Facebook and subscribe via iTunes.
Informanté Radio.
LifeSave guarantees the growth of an individual's savings over a period of time. With guaranteed 8.5% compound interest rates per year. Making your money work for you has never been this easy. SMS LifeSave to 31844. LifeSave, underwritten by Trusco Life.
This is the morning mix on Informanté Radio.
My favorite show.
If you give me a list of sexiest men in the country, list them.
Okay. Thank you. Wait.
From 1 to 10, it will be blank.
There are no sexy men in Namibia. What do you want to say?
Mo unu now.
Lend an ear and join us every morning,
All the time. I listen all day, every day. I don't know, I'm just addicted to it.
Informanté Radio. Did you know?
Oh, God made Keetmans Hoop. God looked at Keetmans Hoop and decided, ek sal Keetmans Hoop maak van agteraf. Keetmans het
Just believe.
the morning mix.
Starting your day with a bang. The hot
Neville,
Order.
Hey, no.
I will also not sit down. There is rules to the studio.
They must
There are rules. You must take that back.
Withdraw.
Withdraw that statement. No, I don't want any of that.
Please follow us on Facebook and subscribe via iTunes.
Informanté Radio.
The views and opinions expressed on the radio program by the guests, advertisers, news bulletins, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the views and opinions of the source who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions and the views of Trusco Group International, the broadcast regulators in Namibia, or that of the Informanté radio station.
This is Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
Hey! Wake up! Ay, koke kakuhura pai. Meruanga. do I not? Oh, they eat a clip, I'ma eat a clip, I'ma eat a clip, oh, they eat a clip, I'ma eat a clip, I'ma eat a clip, oh, they eat a clip, I'ma eat a clip, oh, they eat a clip,
Loving local music as always, man. It's Tateka Lux met Krim. Ja. Krim, yes. Oudereda Krim. Moet niet lachen, jou, hè.
How is that spelled?
Krim. Like.
Ja, ik weet.
Ja, K-R-I-M.
I'll tell you a story now. I'll tell you a story. Maar wacht net eens. Let's see. Moro.
Kom maar zeer, goeiemorgen.
Or two Anton stories that I want to tell you.
Okay, shit. Wat, Maria?
En jy kan maar hierdie as die mense horries die krimpsiekte kry. Of too much alcohol. Dat is mens kribrarba. So I remember years ago, my late brother, his name was Desmond. He was Desmond Basson. And morning, Maria. Woef, woef. Toe was wolf.
Oh.
Is ek dan?
Wolf ladies in the studio. Morgen, Maria.
Morning.
So talking about Krim. Krim and Anton are very closely related to each other. Yeah. Maria, do you know what is Anton?
Yeah.
What is Anton?
Moenie vir my Anton.
Oh yeah. But it stems from, get the DTs. It's like you become demented. If you have too much alcohol, if you becoming alcoholic, you start seeing things that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So
Dementia.
yeah, my late brother Desmond, and so we're visiting a few. No, I think my uncle was in Swakopmund, him and his wife. So we visited my uncle at his bungalow. And my late brother used to like a drink or two. Let me just call it that. No certain drink, die man drink. And I can see my brother is out of it now. To say for so, but he sits behind me. So we're driving home. But out of character, he's just quiet in the car. He doesn't say anything. And normally, he would tell me nonsense the whole road. Jy's 'n laaitie jy man. Jy moenie van my kom sê ek drink nie verder nie. Sop is op tack man. And that's what he would have done. But he's just quiet. My broer, as I stop the car at the house, my brother jumps out the car and run down the street. No, my cousin sits and says, "No, want to hardloop Desmond?" Ek sê, "Man, laat hy gaan man. Ek stel nie belang nie." It's pitch dark in Swakop. So he convinces me, let's drive behind my brother. We're driving behind him. We get to him. I roll down the window. Ek vra, "Hey, want toe gaan jy?" And my brother had this big round eyes. He looks at me like, "Hey, ek soek vir julle." He jumps in the car, but we're still confused as to what's happening. And he's like, "Ray!" Ek vra, "Des, wat gaan ek?" My broer, hier is klomp wampus met sulke lang messe wat my jag.
I did say.
Ray! And we realize he had Anton. He had dementia.
It's not crack?
No. It's alcohol.
Just alcohol?
Yeah, it's just alcohol.
Alcohol does that?
Yeah. We call it Anton. If you have too much.
Like overindulgence.
Paranoia.
Overindulgence.
Yeah. Overindulgence.
Really?
It starts messing with your.
I thought only drugs did that.
Alcohol is also a drug. It's just legal.
Yeah, but it's really?
Yeah. And I got my late auntie who lives in Dolam. It's another quick story. Her name is Koikes. May she rest in peace. She was the alcoholic auntie with a brilliant golden voice I told you guys about would come down the street. So there's one time we at her house and so ons kuier daar so I wanted, and it's in Dolam. So this other toppie wants to drive and I'm asking for a lift. Ek sê Tangeni, gee my toch 'n lift. And Tangeni is like, nee, I'm not going that way, I'm going the other way. So Antoikes becomes annoyed with him. And she's like, asseblief, gee die kind lift, gee die kind lift, gee die kind lift. Now, as she was saying that, she went into that Horace state. Krimpra.
Yeah.
So the body just froze up. Also alcoholism.
Yeah, when the neurons stop firing.
Yeah. It's just, so she just sits like this.
Is you alright, auntie?
Is she alright? No kogelos her because we know she gets this bounce many a time. No, it's a quickest. It's a krimpra. So she looks at us. The body can't respond.
Yes.
The brain
is still active.
Is active.
Yeah.
So the only thing she could say, she looks at us like, Futsek.
That's even krachobela.
So, yeah, so just to get back to Kaluk's krimbera.
On the stream, never stop sharing family secrets.
We learn from each other.
Even Ronnie is like, die broer van jou ne.
Mother Bruka. Ronnie on Dowom. If Ronnie would take pictures and Ronnie would remember this. He was a journalist for Nampa and for New Era. En my broer loop daar op die sokkerveld rond. I still remember that.
I don't like to function under these conditions. I can't work like this. Can't work like this.
It's like Versace. I can't work under these extreme conditions.
Yeah, and I need the camera to be very clear. Like
yeah.
Somebody called you a cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
And then somebody said, no, cow lady, I think.
Cow lady.
And then somebody was like, cow lady in the UK means something else. I don't know. Explain yourselves, please, guys. What is going on?
I'll take a cowgirl. I'll take a cowgirl.
All right. Comments or COVID update? Where do you guys want to start?
COVID update.
Update.
Okay, cool. 10,526. That is the total number of cases that we have recorded since the beginning of the outbreak. Active cases still stand just above, 2,000. No, just below 2,500. Wat gaan toch met julle twee aan?
No, you're distracting.
Yeah.
Talking about his brother.
113 deaths and 8,112 recoveries. All right, that's what it looks like. Here's something interesting. So school started, I think last week. Some of the kids also got back to school officially this week.
From this week,
yeah. My son, my eldest, was at school for his first day in about 6 months.
How old?
He's 12.
Yeah.
He was at school for the first time yesterday. This morning went to school. I'm still in the house getting ready. He comes back home with a letter from the school. There's been a COVID case and school is closed until Friday. After going back to school for the first time yesterday. DSNet.
Yeah,
it's not nonsense.
Yeah, we reported on another school in the north that also had to close because 10 cases. 10 new cases. There was already, I think, a case and then
10 new cases that popped up at the school.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not uncommon when kids are back in school that this will happen.
Yeah, but so we're going to keep closing the schools? Then what's the point really? Because imagine this week, right? This is the first week back at school, and already 3 of the days have been taken away. You're already getting sort of, I don't want to say half education.
But then you go back because then they need to close the school for disinfection and everything.
Yes.
And obviously so that the kids that are infected can be isolated and whatever, and then they come back and they'll try again.
They come back on Friday and then Monday we get a new case.
Oh, that's what.
Then we close again.
That's what's going to have to keep. I mean, that's the risk you take.
Thank Jan Moore.
But they said, like, how's that? I mean, how are you even going to have them writing exams then? If it's 3 out of every 5 days they are supposed to be at school,
but
they are not.
so far it's like, what, 3 or 4 schools? It's also
Yeah,
not fair to assume it's happening.
They just started, school just started last week.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, we take like 3 weeks to get results.
Yeah, so I mean, actually they've changed that. So I mean, for schools it's 24 hours. For schools, yeah.
Well,
Because they need to know.
Yeah.
So for schools, they make it safe. If it's a school case, results need to be available in 24 hours.
Let's hope it's isolated cases, but like I'm not very hopeful for the situation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ek is nou toch klaar met.
Benito Natibi.
Neville, just dan put your 8 met die comments. Read. We also want to hear what you're laughing
what
at.
Desmond lees. Kom lees.
Benito Natibi, don't let the lieve hexie come out of rich auntie today. Check thy hood.
By the way, in case you guys, I don't know if you guys know the brand, Simon Mary. It's like a brand I've always loved, right? It's a South African brand. And they're actually setting up shop here. They did with collaboration with Zulu. And so now they have a range of hats. So I don't have to go to SA to get my hands on them. I can actually get them here. So I mean, I'm excited, and that's why I'm wearing my hat. And there's different ones. You saw that I showed you some yesterday.
Yes, I saw. Yeah.
So it's not all just cowboy. You have different types of like hats.
She even has that EFF look.
Yeah, the Trevor Stearman hat.
Even the little Muammar Gaddafi also. She's got everything.
But variety, I'm telling you. Different colors, different shapes.
Yeah.
It's really nice. They're really, really nice. And like I said, I've always been a fan of the brand. So I'm just happy they're here now in Namibia.
It's a never...
These guys that
Yes, maar hoekom het jy nie kom gekykie?
Maria, I saw the style from afar.
Yeah.
And it's not my style.
Yeah.
I wear 2 kinds of hats. I either wear a woolly or floppy.
Is that it?
Yeah, I love floppies.
No, as jy mos by die Herero funerals of
ek
julle
stel
ken
nie
maar julle
belang.
moet mos die
De groot hoed.
te groot. Jy het nie ene nie. What a disgrace to the Hereros you are.
I even prefer not to go to Herero funerals.
What a disgrace you are.
Ek stel nie belang.
Ek speel nie saam met.
Laat hulle gaan
I'm sure you
self
have
gaan.
one in your cupboard for those occasions. Die hats, die Herero.
Met die sakdoek.
No, but like, you know, I am not very high up the food chain in the family. So
I agree.
There's no pressure on you to perform.
And every time I go with it, somebody takes it. It's like, oh, this is a nice hat. You can must go get another one. Must in your Windhoek. And it's gone.
And then it's gone.
It's gone.
Just like that.
Just like that.
You are.
So yeah. For a biggie comments, Neville, why are you commenting on the why are you commenting in my comments?
Sorry.
Why are you not just saying it? Okay, anyway, kos begin by die bottom. Ronnie, jy's dan besig vir oggend jong. Laat sy op die tafel staan, laat ons check.
Luister nee. I'm telling you guys nee. Maria comes in the studio every day nee. En ons moet maar net kyk en ook hou me hoor. Ja.
Was maar net die oor.
Ons was maar net ons oor en kyk en so. Maar ek like die broek man Maria.
Don't stand up.
Ek het 'n man. You will not appreciate that to me. Yeah.
Listen.
Ek het 'n
Come
man.
out.
We forgot.
Where is he? Is he here?
None of your business.
Hy man sê julle
Ja.
jeppe.
Hy moet eers kom aanmeld. So we can start acknowledging him. This thing's of I have a boyfriend, but he's forever just studying in Russia. He's never coming here. Soek het by goed in.
He's in Russia.
Ooh, yeah, no. Lost my it.
But the color coding works perfectly.
Thank you.
The hair with the green with this. And
Yeah,
Like
nee.
the pajamas, so thank you.
Maria is very stylish. Rich auntie Anoa.
Okay, lees gou die comments, laat ons aangaan.
Okay. Ja, maar Neville, wat anders wil jy opsit met die kop van jou?
Wie is nou weer?
My apologies.
Wie is hy nou?
Is Ronnie.
Hey Ronnie, Sagwan.
What are your opinions on the exploration oil wells to be drilled in the Kavango sedimentary basin? I fully support this development.
I think I heard, I think it was on Eagle FM, where the spokesperson from the Ministry of Mines was explaining, because there was some, I think people that didn't understand and trying to turn it into a controversial issue. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
So you just had this guy that just came to offer clarity. Like, it's not what you guys think. It's just, you know, I mean, when you don't have full information, it's easy to criticize. So, but I mean, I'm not like exactly following the development for me to have a whole discussion on it. Yeah.
Lupin Dilimeke is saying they should have just resumed with school next year. This year is already done.
What if the cases are worse next year? Are we going to keep waiting for this thing to go away?
That works.
Ja.
Die braaf van jou se foto's het ons nooit gesien nie.
I know.
Do what?
He said Moses' brother was like a journalist. Saying he came to come take pictures, but we never saw the pictures.
But it's quite well known in the industry.
It's very well.
Yeah, I mean, I never met him.
Yeah.
But I mean, name that pops up quite often in.
My late brother would write the new era from front to back.
Yeah.
There were some issues that he would write the front page story, middle, plus the sports stories at the back.
Which is also a front page.
Desmond
but from
Basson,
the back,
Desmond Basson, Desmond Basson, everywhere.
So he was the famous one in the family.
Oh, yeah, he was. Talented one. Oh, and the girls. Yeah.
We're focused.
Nothing was more important than my eat, my sleep, my going to the gym, go back, recover. I don't go to clubs. I don't do this. And so, and my brother was just the opposite. Moenie met jou spiere hierso kom nie. He always tell me that.
Ze denkt jy kom maak wat met jou spirigies.
Wat wil jy maak?
Roviera, they should stop closing things. If it's like that, then cancel the entire school year.
People are complaining about the network, sorry.
Closing and opening.
Yeah.
As the Wi-Fi, guys, the Wi-Fi
Can we not hotspot?
is...
Dis klaar.
Shines, can we not hotspot?
I did that, Danny.
But I can give you my phone. Can we hotspot with my phone?
But then that means we have to go change the
We
settings
have
now.
to change the settings. We can't do it simultaneously.
Julle mag-
Alright, Owens, julle moet net sterk wees, né?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just today, don't worry. Tenanambwa, the radio frequency in Keetmanshoop. Ken julle
Aye,
iets daaraan?
Tenanambwa.
We're gonna come back now.
We're gonna come back now.
Hold
Just
on.
go for a commercial break. Gaan Pipi net gou, daar kom julle terug.
Wag net 'n bietjie. Okay, so due to whatever it is that Maria and Shines are fidgeting with, the camera moving.
Just want to tell you guys, Maria is standing right in front of me now. And she's facing that way.
Are you guys back now?
We should be. My mina leg nog in, man.
You guys are just
How's
a
it looking
special
on your
group.
screen?
It's getting better, but I guess maybe the network moet nog eers vang. Wie moet geblok word? Admin please block. Okay, kom ons.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
It's good.
Is ons nou daar?
Cool.
Okay.
Is ons nou almal saam?
Always trust the rich auntie to solve whatever problems need to be solved. A multi-dimensional, functional, talented queen. That's me.
Data
Thank
rot,
you.
aka data rot.
Ooh, child.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's a bit crazy and unorthodox, but hey, that's why you guys love the show. Let's do this, says Benito Nati B. Herbalife. What?
Herbalife. Was somebody promoting Herbalife?
Somebody was promoting Herbalife. He was like, hey, Herbalife gee mag werk uit hierso.
Kom maar netwerk rot.
Gousing.
Yes, like.
All right, guys, our sort of half prepared topic for this morning. We want to talk about whether it's actually possible to live debt free.
Credit free.
Credit free. Yes, that's the word.
Can you?
And is it viable? All right, let me premise it this way, right? Firstly, of course, a lot of people would rather, I'm one of them, would rather save up and then buy whatever it is that you need to buy cash instead of incurring debt in order to acquire it.
Yeah.
But then you must remember, you also cannot. For instance, if you get to a point where you want to buy a house, and since I'm not making Bernard Esau kind of money, I can't buy a house cash.
Yeah.
So I would have to go through the bank, and they would want to see my credit record. But if I've been buying things cash my whole life, I don't have a credit record.
Yeah.
Which makes me a bit more risky. So
yeah.
I just. How do you balance between just enough to sort of get a credit record?
It's not balance. I mean, there's words for it now. There's good debt and bad debt. So you just have to make sure.
Okay, teach us.
No.
Teach us.
Maybe we should call QVR to come teach you about good debt and bad debt.
Good debt and bad debt.
I mean, if you're buying fixed assets.
Yeah.
Like
a house.
A house.
Yeah.
You have to go through a loan. That's still considered a good debt because the value of the property will increase over a period. Well, not now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it might crash, but
Yeah.
generally, I mean, property is supposed to become more valuable as time goes by.
Yeah.
So that's considered generally like good debt. Funny enough, I think a car is a bad debt because
it's a liability.
It's a liability. So
The car
minute you drive it,
it starts losing value the moment you drive it off the lot.
out of the garage.
Yes.
It's lost value.
And that is not an asset. Those
Yeah.
are characteristics of a liability.
Yes.
Which
So that's a bad debt. So I think once you learn to distinguish, I think if you're building yourself up, it's impossible to not have any debt. But I think it's important that you have good debt and not bad. Like going to get a personal loan for 100,000. That's not a good. That's not a good debt.
Yeah.
That's a bad debt.
But like the catch-22 is almost like you need to have at least some bad debt in order for you to be able to get the good debt.
Not necessarily.
No,
Because
yes, if you don't have a credit record, the bank are iffy when it comes to giving you a loan. It's
Because
like we don't know whether you like. I mean, normally they check how you've been paying your other debts, I guess.
Yeah.
And your credit score is sort of derived from that.
What other dates? When you mean other dates?
I don't know.
They're
like
looking at they will look at your history. I mean, if you're paying stuff with your card, money's coming in, money's going out,
because
No, but that's not a credit record, no?
I don't know how.
Hello.
What? Oh, sorry.
Yes, speak. Oh, why are we not even listening to you?
Sorry, I wanted to answer, but go ahead. Yeah, you're actually more.
Teach us, Neville, teach us.
perfect scenario.
Yes.
Okay? So that people can understand how you highly intellectual people are talking here in the studio. Perfect scenario. Me, during my Khocha days, when I still had a Khocha. Okay? I remember this one night I was at my Khocha's place and around 7 o'clock. Ons het gelê. So she got up, she went to the doors, she came and said, "It's a Neville. Fun mat is hier so." Fun mat kom soek ons 'n bed. So I learned there that it's important if you have a Khocha and she has an account, a furniture account, that account must be paid on time.
Yes.
Otherwise, the bed will be gone Okay? And it's one of the reasons I'm out of the game now. So, a furniture account, preferably in my lifetime, I always preferred not to take furniture on credit.
Personal principle as well.
Yeah, it's my personal principle.
Yeah, I also don't. I
Ek het
refuse.
in my Zali's join gebly. I bought all my stuff month for month, until I moved out of the house for the first time.
Yeah.
Ek onthou nog hierdie dag, my ma staan en huil. My kind, wat toe gaan jy? Dis ek, ma, ek is fine. I sorted myself out. This last 2 years, I bought myself enough furniture. I should be fine. So as you say, I think you need to choose. Choose your poison. Okay? A car, on the other hand, sometimes it can be a bad debt, but if it's something that you apply for your business.
Yeah, then it's a...
Like if you are in construction, for instance.
Yes, of course.
Dan het jy 'n bakkie nodig. Okay? Die cementmachine moet gelei word en wat.
I should have said luxury car.
Yeah.
A luxury car
car.
is a bad debt.
Yeah, a luxury car is bad debt.
Yeah.
It's a really bad debt.
Yeah, but then, I mean, you don't really buy luxury cars, especially when... Oh, but then...
No,
you know what?
most people buy their cars with loans.
No. I'm saying you don't buy a luxury cars when there's like a sort of a need. That's what I was about to say. And then I remembered I have black friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Wanneer laas het julle 'n C63 gehoor? Driving down Independence Avenue. The golden years of Pohamba is gone. It's klaar.
Maar, you see, it's amazing, like this materialism, sort of. Imagine, like, a couple of years ago, for instance, kom ons vat 'n typical car soos wat? I don't want to use the AMG because that was a bit more. Kom ons sê Golf 5 of Golf 6.
Yeah.
That was the car to drive. And they were everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't see any of those cars driving around. Nou was hulle geparkeer, is hulle afgeskryf of is die bank hulle terugkom gevat.
But and that's the other question, guys, because the dynamics of our economy has changed so much, not just in this year of COVID, but even before that, where entrepreneurs, guys who could buy all these luxuries cash, are just not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not there anymore. If you would drive to Swakopmund or to the north at any given time over a weekend, G-Wagon, C63, Golf 6, 7, what?
The Range Rovers.
Range Rovers, die word klaargemaak op die pad. You don't see these guys. You see them at Otavi service station.
and
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think also like a lot of people, I mean, I'm not talking about the wealthy now. I'm talking about middle or like I was saying, young professionals, right?
Yeah.
So you're working for, let's say, 2 years and okay, your salary scale is you see you're one day watching TV, there's this ad, only 199 per month installments. You get excited, you go and then you find, no, but to qualify for that, you have to give X amount of a deposit or whatever in any event, or then you are told with the current price you don't qualify because the bank is only allowed to take a certain percentage
of your salary.
Of your salary.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're regulated in that sense.
Yeah.
And then, okay, let's say without a crazy deposit or whatever, you can buy that car still within the prescription or the laws of that govern the banks. So they can't, I think it's 35%. They can't take more than 35%. Okay, I stand corrected. It's been a while. But let's say they can't take more than 35% of your salary for that, but you qualify. So you think, okay, fine, I'm 35% of my salary is going towards the car. But now you're not thinking about everything else. What is everything else? Insurance on the car. That's going to set you back again. Sometimes you have a motor vehicle plan, and afterwards because it's usually 5 years if it's a brand new car. Sometimes you try and buy it secondhand. I don't know why new professionals, we have an obsession, and I was guilty as well. The young professionals, we have an obsession with buying a brand new instead of a secondhand. I don't know why. Doesn't always make logical sense, but anyway. And then there's all these other things. So then your service plan is over. Now you have to buy the tires, or you have to fix certain things out of your pocket. All these things accumulate, and then you find that you
maintenance for the car.
Yeah, you don't have money for other things. You don't have money, like you're saying, for example, to save up a little bit to eventually buy the sofas you want, and then the bed you want, and
Not sofa, Maria.
Couches.
Chofa.
Chovas.
The chofas.
Yeah.
Chofa. This is my
Yeah, so, and then now you also have a credit at Finmart because you can't afford to save that little bit. So a little bit is going, then you're still trying to put in your savings, and then you're still trying, now you still have fuel for the car, and then it's just an expense. And before you know it, your salary can't sustain you.
Yep.
It just can't. And now you have to think of side hustle, vassal. I need to top up on top. That realistically means, number one, you're not living within your means. That's the first thing. And then secondly, it also means you have a lot of bad debt.
And this scenario, for instance, if we talk about the car industry, this gave life to a new industry, Japan.
Yeah.
Finish and clear. Because if I need to pay you 35% money that I don't have, who has 35% of $400,000 now for a luxury car?
Yeah.
Just take an easy, it's easy maths. You earn 100,000. I'm giving so we can make it easy. 35% would be 35,000.
35,000.
Yeah.
To be taken out of your monthly budget.
Not just for deposit, for instance. Yeah, but even
there's an installment.
For car, that's an installment.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
And
35% installments monthly for 5 years.
For 5 years. Who wants to pay that? Who's so stupid?
Yeah.
Sowieso.
Dis net die installment, daar's nog die maintenance, die petrol, die allerlei goede.
Insurance.
Insurance. and the thing is, guys, you know what? I think all of us, as we sit here, you need to plan what are the things that you consider as your own luxuries. If you still live by the notion of I need to be seen out there, to be recognized according to my your material things that I own, then you will run into a wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will definitely run into a wall. So, as much as I do have this grant that I have from Trusco in driving a BMW, okay, I can part with it today or tomorrow if need be. Ek het nie 'n probleem om vandag to go to Japan en gaan koop vir my 'n tankie Botswanaitjie of whatever. Suzuki. Ek worry nie, ek sal nie, because that other car will remain nameless that I sometimes drive. I cannot afford to drive that car every day of my life. I can't.
Your birthday is okay for I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that joke off air.
So.
Yeah, I think the most disciplined. I'm talking about now for the black community. I can't speak for the white. I mean, I can't. I think the most disciplined are people that grew up being raised to fear debt.
Yeah.
You know those people. You grew up like your parents put the bejesus in you for debt.
Jesus.
Like muniskald fatni. You didn't see it growing up because your parents just didn't have those type of debts, and they instilled it in you. Those people are generally more self-disciplined with money. But obviously, and if it's a vicious cycle, if your parents were also, and like a lot of our parents had to survive on, for example, skelter and like klere gaan vat by
to get by and to maintain us.
Yes, to maintain
they
us.
had
so
to take
a lot of parents
here.
also, and then also it becomes difficult to break that cycle, because the discipline is different.
That's actually the question I wanted to ask. I mean, we're talking about cars. What about things like we spoke about cars and furniture. What about like clothing?
Ek sal nooit klere op skuld koop nie. I've never done it in my life. I will never do it in my life. I don't think I'll ever need a piece of clothing so much that I'm willing to pay it in installments. Dit sal net nie gebeur nie. If I can't afford it at the time, and there's been times when I can't afford something I really want, I walk away and make peace with it. It's all right.
Yes.
Life moves.
Khatib.
Guilty.
And I like clothes. And I mean, okay, I like fashion.
Guilty.
So, but I have never done that.
Of clothing.
Those years.
Yeah?
Yes, of course.
That is suit wat jy moet gaan koop.
Edgars. Nee, I used to have an Edgars account.
My broer sports scene.
Ek het gesukkel. Maria, I had trouble every month from that Xhosa woman who I don't see. Say, reference number 643-445. Is this Mr. Basod speaking? I say, yeah. We are calling from Edcon, South Africa. Your account is behind us this moment. In time. When are you going to make your next payment? My brother is squat. You even want to swear at this Xhosa woman. She stays so calm. Where is the nearest Edgars you will pay? For instance, and I remember when I finally paid off their account, I said to myself, I will never buy clothes on credit again.
And it's also another trap that a lot of people fall into.
Even
Clothing,
like,
clothes.
Every time I try to call because I have a private number, every time I try to call my cousin, the phone khani dear. One day when she called me, I'm like, "Who come khani ki dear ni?" She's like, "No, she blocked private numbers." I said, "Why?" Home choice.
Yeah.
Home choice.
Home choice.
So she finished paying off the home choice account, but they don't stop calling you because they want a renewal.
Yeah.
Yes, now they're offering you stuff.
Yeah, now they're offering you stuff, and it got to a point where it was irritating.
Qualify for 10,000 credit.
We have a new
so
nice
like,
thing.
and that's another popular black debt.
Yes.
Home choice.
Yes.
Wie het nie groot geraak met home choice?
Home choice.
Almal van ons gordijne was
Bedding
van
and
home
curtains.
choice.
Tupperware.
The bedding, the Tupperware,
Yes, the
the
Tupperware.
pots.
Yes.
Alles was van home choice. I don't have anything personally, but my mom's house is a home choice galore.
Yeah.
They can't kick
But
that.
then you see there are new markets sort of that have sprung up, like this Egyptian, Algerian guys.
Yeah.
Who
Met hulle se matte en
The Indians that will come there and then they come get their
and
debt.
paintings.
Hulle verkoop mos ook die potte. Basically, they are home choice in a bakkie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they come and collect the debt in
Hey,
the
maar
bucket.
hulle dit werk joh.
Yeah.
There was this Indian guy who would come to me. He would say, I got very nice mat for you, my brother.
Yeah.
It's a very nice mat. You don't have to buy now. You can just look at the mat. My broer, nou daar kyk mevrou hierdie
En dan
matte.
voel sy
Daar kyk
oh, die ene
mevrou.
sal so.
En so kom sy mos sê mevrou moet kom na die karte net
My
kom kyk.
man.
So mooi man.
Kom ons praat toch met die man. Nou hierdie man is from Egypt. He learned Afrikaans because
On
he's
the
dating,
streets.
most of them are dating colored women now.
Yeah.
So no, I stay in Kommersdal now. Stay in Kommersdal. so it's not a problem, my brother. What we can do, I give you 6 months for this mat. Okay? My broer, jy sukkel om die mat af te betaal. En he's on time. Hy ken ek pay die 25ste. He's at your door.
Is die mat, is die spiele and like especially the spiele
And
and die
those,
mat.
and those ugly pot plants. They're ugly. I'm sorry, guys. They're ugly.
Maria, jy die maniere nie.
Nee, hulle is lelijk.
Jy
Come
die
on, then you
maniere.
put in straws.
Yeah.
It's lelijk.
Yeah.
It's lelijk. Don't fall into that.
Listen quickly to what Joan Yaranguru is saying. Tosa. He says, if you have financial discipline and manage your funds well, it's the foundation for all your financial decisions.
Sorry, read that again.
Huh?
Read it from the beginning.
If you have financial discipline
Yes.
and manage your funds well, it is the foundation for all your financial decisions. Buy a demo instead of a new car to avoid paying the 25% depreciation.
Yes.
Hoor julle swart mense
Yeah.
tog asseblief. Buy a demo instead of a new car to avoid the 25% depreciation. Furniture account is a no-no.
Yes.
Spaar en koop jou meubels.
Yeah.
The last part, he says, onze mense wil karre afbetaal. Terwyl die Lanis elke 3 jaar koop and they claim it from tax. Okay?
Yeah. Very good
Interesting.
advice. Very good advice. And it's true, the demo thing is true. It will have a few kilometers.
Yeah.
Like 25,000, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And it will be significantly cheaper, but it's like brand new. So
Now tell a young black man, it's the Benz, but it's the demo. But it's still the Benz.
that's our problem.
They're like, demo? nee, ek soek nie. Nee,
What is
ek
it? The
soek net.
Chrysler that I
Ja.
bought. It was a demo that I bought years ago.
Did you switch off your mic?
Huh? I didn't switch on my mic. Is it weer G? Hello?
Ek kan nie
Checking
hoor.
mic 1 2 1 2.
1 2.
Maar you sound a bit weird. Maar
1 2 1 2.
Lost with
Kan jy my
Jackson.
hoor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Leave Mr. Jackson alone.
Yeah.
You don't want me to start making fun of your William Bwende also.
Saint Barnabas.
Okay, because there's a paar comments we've been,
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
ignoring your comments. Yeah.
Angela was besig. Griselda Smith. Bernard, you give me good advice. I will answer in Nama from now on. Ooh, where did that come from? Tena Nambwa, the robbery at Black Chain Tatenebel. Wat say die groot winkels?
Los my mense uit.
Ken julle nie, is dit wie se neef nie?
Los.
Ephraim Shilongo, most businesses use women as bait to market and sell.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, because they know you guys are
It's
gullible.
funny, I always just get approached by men.
Yeah, because
It's just, do you want this match?
yeah, no, women won't do it for you, most. They need to send a guy.
There's assuming I don't like women.
Dion Chimsizzle, what does not make sense to me is being given a loan to pay back for a car. Let's say it's a 1.5 million for 5 years, but a house bond for 900,000, 20 years. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
If the car can be more expensive than the house, but I can pay it off in 5 years, but then the house is only 20 years and above, why?
The interest rates on your house is much
Also,
higher.
it's there's a depreciation asset and a appreciation.
An appreciation
So
asset.
there's a distinction between those two.
Yeah, but why
So you
must I-
cannot be asking like why you can't be tied into paying a car off in 20 years.
No, why can't I pay the house off in 5 years? I mean, if I can get a house for 900,000.
If you can pay it off in 5 years, go ahead.
No, but the bond, they will tell you it's 20 years.
No, it's 20 years.
Yeah.
The issue is then the bank will not be making any money out of
Yes.
it.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, but initially the
So
first.
it's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It's always a trap, but like I'm saying, usually they ask, you can request that you first pay off the interest, or you can. I remember Laz was telling me about this, where you can, to make it easier for you, you can request that the initial installments are for interest, and you can even up that, so that in a period of time the monthly or the mortgage goes down. Something like, I can't remember this exact discussion I had with him.
But it's the same principle with, say, a furniture account. Because if you speak to a sales guy at Fernmat or Lewis or whatever, say, I want this bed. And the guy would be very, very excited. Ja, meneer, kom ons skryf. Nee, ek wil die ding cash koop.
Or it's 24 Monday saying, ek wil
Yeah.
net 12 Monday of
Yeah.
6 Monday. Then they're like,
They make less money
When you pay it off
when you
faster.
pay
yes.
cash.
I understand, yeah.
And it's the same thing with
Or
banks when
cash,
it
yes.
comes to fixed properties. If they had a payment plan, if they would have handled the interest the same way that they handle a liability, which is a car, banks would not be as strong as they are today. They suck us dry. That's it.
There's even a bank that's increasing that has increased, announced
The interest rates.
No, the number of years now. I think.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it was Bank Windhoek, I think.
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
I vaguely remember reading the
I
story.
think they've made it 30 years now.
And what do? They just add a little
And
bit
people
more.
get
Yes.
excited like, oh, if I have 30 years to pay, it means the installment.
Comes
no,
down.
the interest will also be higher.
Yeah, the
Don't
installment comes down,
play
but you're
yourself.
paying more.
Don't play yourself.
That's basically half your pension. When
Yeah.
you retire, half your pension goes off to paying the remainder of the house.
And just calculate how many
Of the
years you
bond,
have to
I mean.
retirement. If you're 30 now, in 30 years, that's when you entering your pension,
Yeah.
whatever. So you want to make sure that by the time you become a pensioner, you're done paying off your
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense because your pension payout will be significantly lower than you're earning right now, unless you've made contingency
betalen.
plan
Of
and are
course.
paying a pension fund to increase that. But otherwise, you're in trouble.
Nog betaal my broer.
Huh? Betaal hom net met die pen.
11 years before pension. En gaan nog betaal.
Yeah.
You pay most of the house off with the part of the pension. Isn't that better?
And what am I going to live off?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you wanna be stuck with the bill when you're not making any more income? When you're not having any more income?
No, of course.
Look,
Nobody
what would
wants to be stuck
what,
with
if
Yeah.
you're just relying? Okay, let's just assume you're relying on government. What's that? $1,000?
Let's go. Yes, let's
Okay.
let's assume that they old age.
Okay, no, but let me assume, because if you have a house, I'm going to assume you're paying a pension fund extra
Yes.
to just make sure that there's additional. So let's say that you get 1,000 from government, and depending on the amount or how you've adjusted with your pension fund, blah blah blah. Let's say you have 4,000 coming in. So into totality, into a pension, when you're a pensioner, you're getting 5,000. But say while you were working after deductions, you were, let me not go too crazy, you were making 30,000. I'll give that amount.
You
You're
go
making,
from 30 to 5.
so you go from 30 to 5. How are you going to manage
Paying
five,
a house.
5 from 30 to 5, and you have no additional income, and you're still paying installments on your house?
Yes.
You're not going to survive.
Yes.
And the cruel system is the bank will still come and repossess
They
your
will come
house.
take the house.
They don't care that you've been paying for a good 17 years.
It won't be Neville. It's no longer honey get up Fernmart wants the bank. It's like
They want the house.
Come on, we need to get out the bank wants the house.
It's the same thing. And if there's anybody from the insurance industry that listens out there, it's the same thing that happens with guys who have a life insurance cover for the last 25 years. They miss one installment. I said they miss an ass. You missed the installment.
Yes.
Then they're not paying out.
You missed an. It's actually heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
I mean, even my sister-in-law, she talking to her sister, not so long ago, talking about the study policies that she had taken out for her kids. She works in the tourism industry, which was, of course, very hardly hit, and in Walfish
hardest
Bay.
hit.
Yes. So, like the institution with which she took the study policies were refusing to give her, payment holidays, and she couldn't keep up with the payments.
So all those years that you've been, it's wasted.
It's gone.
It's money gone.
Now, and mind you, she still has to take out another one for them, because otherwise you're going to struggle even worse when they really get to that point.
It happens a lot even with life insurance.
Yes.
You're paying, and then one day you can't pay anymore. You've lost it. It's not like they'll say, okay, we will give you 35% of what you've already paid so far. No, it's life insurance. It's supposed to be paid out when you die. You're not dead yet. So when you...
This was never your money.
This was never your money while you were alive. And since you're not paying anymore, it's cancelled.
Yeah.
All that money, it could have been in the 300,000. Is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. And it's terrible. And just by the way, I just remembered something else. I attended the QVR at Ochivarongo, and I was very surprised to hear, and I'll try and remember, so I don't want to misquote him, but it was something that stood out to me. I think there was a question posed to Quinton QVR, the boss, about house asset and whatever, like good asset, bad, dead, bad, and asset. And he said, your first house is actually not an asset, it's a liability.
Yeah, I remember you said
Yes.
that.
So the first house, if you can't, like for example, rent that house out and make money off of it. It says, for example, if you live in your parents' house and you buy a house and you're able to rent it out, right? That's that's an asset. Okay? Or if you have a second house, you're living in one and you can rent out a second one. That's an asset. But if you are living in it and it's your only house and you're paying the bank, it's actually a liability. I didn't know that. I never thought about a house as a liability, but apparently it is.
But it's like we never think of income generating assets. We just I blame our school system, actually.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Now we don't have finance
to
literacy.
learn
Yes.
Can we just introduce
Grasstoppers.
finance literacy from primary school? Like that's what's holding us
Please,
back
yes.
as especially the black community. I think the white community generally have the advantage because that information is passed on from generation to generation. You're talking about you were renting from somebody at UNAM.
Yes.
yeah. Just dom.
Excellent work. I'm renting from a student. What a nonsense is that? And not even a student my age, like a 20-year-old student.
Yes, so we need financial literacy. We as these things will break your heart.
Like, how did you buy a house?
Like what you're paying on rent
is
that student's pocket money.
You just finished school. How did you buy
Hy
this
rot
flat?
my nog nie betaal hierdie maand. Die kerels, ons kan nie vanaand gaan drink nie. As die 25ste, as ek wag het dat hy maar my betaal, dan gaan ons bende toe.
Ja. Okay, kom ons lees maar 'n bietjie comments. Gayton Curtis. Then there's also the travel agencies or traveling agencies, guys. They'll get you on a 12-year contract for you to come and get discounted holiday packages.
People do that?
It's a trap.
Sê gou weer.
People do that?
Huh?
What? Read it again.
They will then there's also the traveling agency, guys.
Nee.
They will get you on a 12-year contract for you to come and get discounted holiday packages.
Don't
Oh,
ever
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. Why would you
Yeah,
do that?
I
Don't
heard
ever
about
do
that.
that. If you want to travel, save. Save
Travel.
a little bit a month. People see me traveling and they're like, "Oh, we betal. We see in your picture, who's the daddy behind
Who's
the
taking
camera?
the picture?
No, I pay for my own travels by myself. Just by the way, you just have to save. You just have to save. Every month, put aside. You reach a target. Okay, well, Cuba to gaan. Put money aside and then plan your holiday from there.
I haven't heard, I don't know. I normally walk past the travel agency. What the hell gaan maak daar
Yeah,
van?
I also don't use travel agency. I plan my own trip and itinerary and everything. Yeah, why would you even go to a travel agency?
Man, elk geval. Is that different from, for instance, what the airlines do?
Lees die comments.
What do the airlines
We
do?
fall into this trap again.
Giving you, for instance, giving you a package. I was reading something yesterday.
But the airlines don't allow you to pay it off in installments.
Yeah, no, you pay it off once more.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what he meant. Like, they
Yes.
betaal elke maand.
Mind, yes,
Ah,
because
yeah,
you're getting a
they just want to get into your pocket. Okay, let me move down here. Cuba, hey, sick joke, man. Spence, I know where you live. Asino Kambikiti Erastus Cubase, they taught us how to label grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that information I'm still I'm excellent at labeling grasshoppers. Ronnie the Magnet, Maria is educating us nicely today. The other day she was hammering on the credit card for a shopping spree.
I still want the credit card. Please don't get it twisted.
It just has to be yours, not mine.
It just has to be yours, not mine. Yeah, and give me the budget, 50,000 or it's yeah, but anyway, continue.
Aili Maiden Nuyoma, at least I don't have to open my books today. I am learning here. Very good, very good.
We learn from each other. Thanks.
Liva Hiskia. Jesus Christ. Sommige van ons kan nie eens save nie. Ons wag net laat iemand doodgaan, dan travel ons. It's like we're going to a funeral.
It's an outing.
It's an outing. We're going to bury somebody outside the house.
No, where are they being buried? In Mariental? Nee man, kan hulle nie in Windhoek gaan begrawe word nie. Hulle moet Windhoek toe gaan. Ja, jong. Damon Shandero. The public school system is designed to keep you poor.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Our
true.
kids are being taught about cockroach body parts instead of financial
Grasshoppers.
literacy subjects and other real life applicable skill subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, with the current state of our education system, I think this would be the perfect time for us to start having that conversation. Maybe to relook at the curriculum.
Yeah.
Regine Kathy Mushimba, I see you are using that data very well that we gave you. We are very proud of you. You guys are really very educative. These are life lessons that we really need. Well done, guys. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I wish we were more well versed on other things because we don't have all the information, but it is important. That's what I'm saying. Financial literacy is important in school.
That's Bosi as a comment. People are replying to you here. Old Mutual gave me 6 months relief in 2015. In 2015, there was not even COVID. How? It looked relief gegee dat tyd. Anyway, Vistorina Madela, QVR making a lot of sense. An asset must generate income or some benefits. Yes. Ephraim Shilongo, most black African people die within 5 years after their retirement because of not preparing well in advance.
That's true also.
But our human resources fail us. They never teach us those principles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
We're not building generational wealth because we don't have the tools.
Some of us have the information, so I guess now is the time to start spreading it amongst each other.
Then they charge you for those... They charge you for, what do you call it?
Capital assist. Motivational speakers.
Motivational speakers. They want to charge you to come and hear how you can create generational wealth. And they'll give you half information. Work hard.
If you can get up from your house, go to a shop, and go buy a motivational book, then you don't need motivation. You're already motivated. The one who's sitting at home is the one who
and
needs
the lesson is like we all have the same 24 hours. It's how you use them.
Yeah.
It's how you use 24 hours. Sleep is for the poor and the rest what? And the lazy. And don't go to motivational speakers. It's all nonsense.
Hey, Maria, you are stepping on people's business.
Yeah.
We can only say that about pastors.
Anna means it's a
No,
hustle.
if they are charging you, give the information for free.
Yeah.
You come to has QVR ever charged you?
No, we've
never.
never charged.
Never charged you. That's how
Plus
I
free
feel.
food,
Free.
everything.
You come there, you engage, you're able to do that. The minute you charge people to give them advice, you're not sincere. It's a capitalist system.
Yeah.
You're out to make money from people that don't have it,
But
so that you can tell them how to make money. It's nonsense.
But it's different.
I
For
agree.
QVR is running for president. Like other guys are not running for president.
Hy said I could eat that instead of that 8 Trascos and building 8 gekom.
I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah. No, I'm not. Asset is anything that generates money, or after buying whatever you bought, you can sell it for more than you bought it.
Katatura taxi.
Yeah, installments can be stressful. Yep.
Oh, installments like, yo, and then on the 25th or the 30th, your phone is then, and then there are these people that wait till the 3rd to take your money. Why are you waiting till the 3rd to take your money?
If the date we agreed on, you don't take
after
your money.
After the 3rd, I will rest.
Kijk, now, sometimes I do this. It's just me. I'm not telling you guys to go do the same
Hier
thing.
kom 'n ding.
Ek bly in my baan.
Je geeft geld.
Okay? So, normally, if our salaries come through on a Saturday, okay, your deductions are not
That's Saturday
normally
to be on
done
Monday, yeah.
on the Saturday. It's only done the Monday.
Midnight Monday, yeah.
So, ja. Ek skuif die zak.
My broer.
But you're going to be in the minus balance.
Ek worry nie, man, Maria. It's here.
No, that's not
and now.
advice. That's terrible financial advice. Please don't do
Môre
that.
sal ons self sorg.
Yeah. Because the minute money goes in that account, it's weg. So now, say,
Maar
okay,
Amelia-
ek skuld for Neville 5,000. Dan sê ek, Neville, oh, by the way, ek het gister jou geld gedeposit. En sê, nee, my bra, nie die rekening nie.
Ek het sommer gekom.
Die rekening is minus
Ja.
4,320.
There was this one account of mine, like last month. So I told my business partner, I said, luister my bra, don't channel that money to Standard Bank.
Yeah.
Channel it to Bank Windhoek.
Yeah.
I said, nee, but our business account is Standard Bank. Hy sê, hy gaan nie
Standard
daar. Hoekom nie? Ek sê, is groot minus daarso.
Die hele geld gaan val in die gat.
Die gat gaan val. Stoot die zak hierdie kant om my broer. Ek wil net melk en brood koop hierdie kant.
Yes. Precies. There's a reason why I gave you the date. If I tell you on the 26th, you must take your money, or on the 28th.
Ja.
There's a reason. No, wacht jy tot die 30ste. Wie het jou gesê, daar's nog geld on the 30th in that account. Ja.
Continue.
Vosia is saying, Neville, you will most live off your jokes after pension.
I wish.
Oh, you won't be funny anymore.
I won't be funny anymore.
There won't be funny money.
Estomi is most black people will buy LV, Gucci, and all the big brands, but really can't afford it to impress each other. That cycle should end.
That's true.
Yeah, seeking validation in material things. You're not going to find it. It's always going to be promised, but it's never going to be delivered.
Yeah.
Every time you get that one thing, there's another one that you just have to get to feel complete.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that to yourselves. Your water bill is about to be cut off. Louis Vuitton gaan gekoop. It's not going to work.
You remember I told you this, when I told you the story of the first time I experienced my water being cut off at home. For some of you haven't heard the story. I remember years ago, the first time my water was cut off at home, I drive into my yard and my son stands in front of the house. Now my wife, Mevrouw, and the kids, they've never experienced water being cut off in their
whole lives.
Now I come from Katatura. I've experienced water being cut off
enough times.
Because it's not a problem for me. If our water in Katatura is cut off, ons gaan oma se huis toe met die emmers. Ons gaan dra die water aan. We come to our house. We use
buckets. Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yes.
Je vat die pijp bij die neighbors.
Ons vat die
like,
pijp
maak
by die maak toe. Okay, maak toe.
And you give $50.
Ja. Hey, ek kom daar aan. My lady sien. Ek sien hy staan daar by die deur. The first thing he says like, Daddy! Die water is gesny. I have white neighbors.
Yes.
These white neighbors here.
They don't need to be hearing this information.
That my water's been cut off. Okay? It's embarrassing. And I'm driving in there with a BMW. I mean, look at the contrast.
Zonder water. Je komt van die kouwas, ja.
By the way, the contrast, somebody said some people are driving a G-Wagon for 1.3 million and you don't even have a house. That's a weird one.
You're renting.
Ja, kom maar slap je in die karren. Ja, kar kan ook een huis wees.
No, I'm renting the flat out to the Gocha.
Guys, I got a 930.
Yeah.
Okay, that means it's almost time for us to go. IT, financial stability is not acquired by little spending and more saving, but by proper allocation of resources. Okay. Roviera is saying, no, man, the bank gives you 20 years to pay off the house, but you can always calculate to whichever years you want to pay it off. It's easy.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised you guys are saying, it's a...
But guys, normally when you are buying a house, you've stretched to almost as far as you can afford to go. For most people.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you get additional income somewhere and you want to pay that mortgage faster, you can do it.
Yes, of course.
The bank is not going to say, no, we want to keep you chained for 20 years.
Yeah,
you cannot get out of this.
We don't want your money now. Bring it end of the month.
Yes.
No. Yes.
That's why you can pay it off sooner.
But they're not happy if you pay it off.
Yeah, they're not happy, but you can. The point is you still can. They're not happy, but you can.
With extra money, which is not there, Maria. That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay, kom. Hoeveel comments moet ek lees vir ons gaan? Liva Hiskia, motivational speaker is soos 'n toordokter wat sê bring R1500. Dis al ek vir jou sê hoe om ryk te raak. Maar hy toordokter eet droë brood. Do you understand, Maria? Or should I translate it?
Please translate.
Motivational speakers are like a witch doctor who says, bring me 1,005 and I will tell you how to become rich, but he is eating dry bread.
I don't know about eating dry bread, but yes, I get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah. Vosia is saying, what? Sommige rekeninge is stout. Some accounts are naughty. Yeah. For Shini knows I paid them last month and this month it is for Jet. Yet they still call. Can they not see I only pay them every second month? They are selfish.
Okay, can I ask this? I know, for example, I've had this discussion with fresh out of high school friends that had to go and work because they obviously couldn't afford to go to tertiary institutions.
Yeah.
And a lot of them would work at the bank, for example, as tellers, and you need to be in the bank. It's standard procedure to be dressed in a certain formal attire. So I know that they usually extend now to go get clothing loans for work attire. That I might understand, but outside that, why do you have a clothing account?
Yeah.
That it doesn't make sense, guys.
Yeah.
It really outside that, unless it's really attire you need for work purposes, outside that, don't do it.
Do you also do that, Neville? Split. Die man betaal ek vir munisipaliteit.
Ja.
Volgende man betaal ek eers vir wie?
Ja.
Maar je moet municipaliteit elke maand betalen.
No, I just made an example.
I do that.
Like, jy aan my eers wag tot volgende maand toe.
No. I don't want to see a municipality car coming to my house to cut my water off.
No, that I pay always.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
because if you can't pay that as well, then you also can't pay for electricity, and that's just not something that's going to work for me. So I mean those things. I don't mind if, for example, my Wi-Fi gets cut off because I'm paying.
Whoa.
No, I'm saying that wouldn't be something because I choose to go.
Yes, you are paying.
I'm paying as I go.
Yeah, you pay as you
for the
and
service. It's not
prepaid.
like I'm in a case. It's prepaid. I don't mind. I have data. What's going on? Why is the broadcast interrupted? Do I need to get closer?
No, I think it's just the data. Okay, but it is time for us to.
Oh yeah,
now.
it is time. But it's back live. But sorry, yeah, I know I can buy a data. That's one thing about me. But yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Kama dai ebaga shy or shine, ne? So your name is Kama Shy.
Jy's ook Cubano.
Ja, en ek het nou Kama Kuba geraak.
Ja.
Daar is Maria se data klaar. Ek het gesê gebruik Regine se na.
Yeah, Regine, please come into the studio tomorrow. Please bring your phone so that you can hotspot us.
All right, guys, let's get out of the
We
studio.
need to go. Thanks for engaging. That was really interesting.
It's always nice to have these chats with you guys
Yeah.
in the morning. Don't forget, we are back again tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
From 8:15 or so. We are live until around just shortly before 10. And today at 12 as well, you can catch Meneer Ter Kleinschmidt talking to Trustco Finance on the hour.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Fridays.
The Morning Mix.
As you journey through life towards your retirement goal, build your wealth with Elite Save. Earn 8.5% compound interest on your investment term while choosing when and how you receive your interest returns. It's tailor-made to help you succeed. For more info, SMS Elite Save to 31844 and we will call you back. Underwritten by Trustco Life.
Every day we bring you the hottest music.
Ultimate music mix.
Hey, let me tell you something.
They call me Mr. Well Boozy, pretty thing and you boozy.
And some outrageous conversations.
You don't even have to go too far. I mean, even today, we have something called traditional healers within all our communities.
Is that like the new name for witch doctors?
No. That's what the white men made it.
You do know that the traditional healers can see us talking about them right now. Right now. In their big bowl of water.
The Morning Mix on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age.
6 million ways to die. Choose one. Hold up. Yeah.